Have you ever renamed your app and then had your unit tests or your UI tests break? In this video, I'm going to show you how I fixed it. So I had an issue. I just decided I wanted to call this app Super Easy Slides, and I want spaces, but the spaces don't appear in the menu bar. I have another app called Super Easy Timer that has this. So obviously I've figured this out in the past, but I didn't know how to do it because it wasn't obvious. And it's working. It's using the display name here, but not up here. So it's using this target name. And so anytime you make a change, so I renamed the project. This used to be called Presenter. Anytime you make a change, it can cause build issues, and you have to figure out how to fix them. And I think I just figured out how to fix unit test and UI test targets. Hey, what's up? My name is Paul Solt from Super Easy Apps. Let's dive into how you can solve this problem yourself. So let's say I want to run my unit tests. I do Command U, and it will run those unit tests, and we'll see that they succeed. Everything's working. I can run the app. We've just renamed everything. It's great. Then I decide I want to rename the app because I figure out that if I do this and press enter, when we rerun the app again, we should see something different. So I'll go ahead and do Command R to run. And now we have a new app. It pops up as Super Easy App, Super Easy Slides. It now shows in the top left corner as Super Easy Slides. So that's like a win-win. We've got it renamed in both places. The title's here. If I open the editor, the title's there. So it's working like I'd expect. The display name is Super Easy Slides. And then I go to run my unit tests, and I get this error. All right, let's take a screenshot of that. So this is telling us that could not find test host for Super Easy App Slides tests. Test host evaluates to, and then it gives me a derived data. And then I guess that's the old name of the app bundle. Maybe this is something that we can actually go to on disk. So let's inspect this. So let's do ls. And we'll just go to the folder. What do we see? We see Super Easy Slides. Okay. What's it complaining about? So there is an app there. Okay, so it's an app bundle. And it's saying it could not find it, but it's red. Okay. So cleaning with Command-Shift-K and rerunning doesn't fix the problem. So let's go into the unit test target and see if there's something that we can do here. And when you're in this, there is a setting in the center that is called the host application. Now you can see it is set to custom instead of the Super Easy Slides without the spaces, and we need to click that. And now if we try and run Command U, let's see what happens. Build succeeds, test succeeds. So it runs, I think, a unit test, maybe not. There may or may not be any unit tests in this bundle. I'm not sure. And now I have, in trying to fix this, I have a few different test bundles. So I'm not sure which one is which anymore. It's weird that I have several with the same name. Or are they referencing the same files? I'm not sure. So the actual tests that I want to run are right here. And so if I just drag those down to this new one, I can't tell. Let's go over the test plan. So I also renamed the test plan. Let's actually just delete this. Click delete, choose the target. We're going to choose this target. It's actually not going to let me select it yet. I think I have to navigate away and then back, choose target. It's unselected. Now we choose it. Let's see if it has any tests. Okay, so it has just example. Okay. Well, we fixed the one issue. Now we have a secondary issue of why doesn't this, what am I doing wrong here? And which test is the test that I want? Super easy slides tests. Like these literally look like the same thing. At this point, can I move this back? Can I get rid of all of this and start over? So let's just move this to trash. I'm trying to hold on to my actual test that I have. Hopefully I didn't botch this. And then we're going to click on the project. We're going to get rid of this test target. We're just going to start over because I don't know why it's not pulling in. This is going to complain that it can't find it. So let's click on this, hit delete. Let's click off of it so that it can like fix itself. We'll go back here. We'll add another test target. We'll try test. We'll see our two testing bundles. I'll go unit tests. Give it the name that we want for the project that we want to the target name that we want with the spaces. Hit finish. Okay, so now we have our test. Command U doesn't do anything because we have no tests in the bundle. So let's go back here. Let's choose a target. Let's select this target for our test plan. Okay, so it has created this one down here. And now I just want to move this file into there. I want to get rid of this, move to trash. I do want to delete that, but I'm a little hesitant until we get this working. And is it running any tests? Like what output am I seeing here? I still don't feel like it's running any tests. Let's go into it. Can I delete? Am I doing this wrong? Oh, I forgot. These are XCTests. Is that a problem? What kind of test? Does that matter? Show parser test. These are XCTests. Why aren't they getting picked up? That removes it. Let's try and add it again this way. Choose. Let's clean it. Command-Shift-K. Command-U to retest. Now it's going to tell me test failed. First test, probably because it can't find it. Oh, okay, so we've got the tests. Do I have to create a new test plan? Or do I just have to delete this again? I think... Okay, let's go back to adding a test target. That's our problem. We need XCTests, or I just need to convert this to... Okay. So our problem is there's two different testing frameworks now. I wrote XCTests. Those don't get picked up. In a Swift testing target. Okay. We made progress. So let's go back to your settings. So this is going to be just for this one's just going to be for Swift testing. So new empty file, super easy slides. Whoa. What did I do? How come I need a bridging header for that? Okay, let's just try and insert. Am I doing this right? Okay. So now let's go to our test plan. Okay, so we see my first tests. Let's choose our target now. Let's turn on the XCTest that I haven't migrated yet. And let's go ahead and run this one more time. And now we succeed. We pass all of our tests. So that is how to fix the issue when you rename. It's a little bit gnarly. And so to kind of recap what I understand, I forgot. I did see the setting, but I went through it so quickly that when I was creating the big takeaway are, when you have a rename of your targets, it breaks things. And you have to fix that with the unit test target. So the unit test, if you click on either one of these, I've got two tests now. They all have a host application, especially this is a Mac app. I think it's a little different on iOS. And so when we change the name, it doesn't match anymore. And so you just have to reselect it. And that seems to fix the problem. The secondary issue is if you create the wrong test target, one's configured for Swift testing, and there's probably some kind of like Swift testing in here. Swift testing. I don't know what specifically is different. Not seeing anything that just sort of stands out. So there's probably some other configuration that causes it to be a Swift testing framework versus not. Is there anything I can't clear that filter. Every time I come back, that filter is back. So what you have to do is on the general tab of this, just select that, and just make sure that you add your tests to the right area. So for XCTests, they're going to need to be in a special XCTest framework. I don't know if they're compatible with each other. I'm going to assume no, but I could be totally wrong. It could just be, is it the imports? Are there build phases? I don't know what is different here. But now my tests are working. And then I've got these, I've got tests that I don't want. So these tests I'm just going to delete because this is going to waste time. If you do this test, and especially this one, the measure is not something that we're going to be doing right now. So we'll go ahead and hit delete, move to trash. So right now I should have this test and the other test. If we do a Command U, hopefully nothing breaks. Then it's going to say test failed, probably because I deleted a test. We have to go back to the test plan. Clean. Oh, did I break my... Do I need to actually... Okay, we're getting somewhere. We were just running fake tests. I'm not sure which one to choose here because I think it shouldn't have spaces. But then it does seem to have spaces. Even though I don't see it have spaces in the sidebar. Oh, but the bundle has spaces. So since the bundle has spaces, it has to get imported with spaces. Man, this is a... Okay. Okay. Did any of my real tests actually run? I can't tell if these are actually running because I don't see them getting executed, and I don't think they are. Well, okay, they are running. Why don't I see... Do I have to quit Xcode to see the marks here? It says test succeeded, and tell me what tests did you actually run. Great. Okay, so all those tests were there, and if we look at the coverage, 41%. We can see all the tests that were just run. Great. Do I need to do anything else in here? Okay, so all of those are now exposed. Okay. So you've got to choose your targets. You might have to leave this screen, come back to it if you're removing or hitting the delete key here. That doesn't seem to play nice. We've created these new projects, so I should be able to just delete this. Command Shift K to clear my build folder. Command U to just recheck to make sure our unit tests still build. No compilation issues. And then we're going to go ahead and run the app just to make sure that works. Everything's working, so I can do a commit here now that I've renamed and figured out how to get this working. So if you have trouble getting your app name to change, if you want to put spaces in it like I did here, you're going to have to jump through some hoops to get your unit test to work. And I think what we've learned is there's two potential issues. One, if you delete your previous test targets, you're going to have to re-add them again. I think with XCTests, maybe for either, we're going to have to add the files. I thought Swift testing would automatically pick up stuff based on the folder, which it might. XCTest, you might manually have to add each of the tests that you want in the build phases. So that's what I did over here is I added the unit test. It looks like, though, that is set up for both. So you might need to do this same thing. You can also get to that, I think, from this menu over here. And you can choose a membership for where these tests are. So we see the membership is different for those two, which is good. And checking on your test plan is always helpful. Sometimes you have to hit that choose targets button to switch between them, or delete the ones and like leave this, go to somewhere else, come back, and then just double check that you can select it. Sometimes you can't. There seems to be a bug there. And then clean, retest, and see if it works. I hope this was helpful. I didn't know the proper solution, but I think we've sort of worked it out, that it comes down to selecting the right host under general, and then you should be good to go. We could verify that one more time. Just want to see if we could break things one more time. If I get rid of the spacing, we clean, we try to unit test, it fails. We have to go into each of these unit tests, click on these slides, clean, unit test. Now there's no module named that, so we get rid of those spaces. Unit test succeed. We check our test results. They all are passing. Let's make one of them false just to verify. All right. So that is it. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. Now I'm going to have to undo what I just did to get that to be named the proper way. So one more time. If you're trying to fix this issue where you try to run your unit test and you get this issue, this is the quick fix. We are going to hit OK. We're going to go to each of your unit test targets that's referencing the previous target name, and you're going to check the host application, and you're going to select the new name for each of those. Once you do that, you do Command U. It should work for you, but it's also going to change your module name. So if that's the case and you're referring to the module in one of your tests in here, let's see if we clean, retest, we fix all those errors. Runs our unit tests, all our tests succeed, and we see that they're working. So that's how you can fix your unit tests if you rename your project. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button if this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.